and welcome back to Over Here, Over There, your podcast across borders. Have you subscribed yet? If yes, a big thank you. If not, please do. We really like to connect with you and your views. So come on, give it a go. Today, I'm going to talk about the German general election. Germany just held its most pivotal election in decades, and the results are anything but ordinary. Because Germany's election isn't just about Germany. With this country being Europe's largest economy and the third largest in the world, it makes it indispensable to Europe's stability and the global one, also for the global trade, of course. Therefore, any struggles ripple through the EU and beyond. Plus, this election has been a snapshot of a world where mainstream parties are crumbling. Far-right and far-left forces are rising, and alliances are fraying. So come on, let's unpack what happened, and why it matters, and what it means over here and over there. The Conservative Party, short called CDU, and its Bavarian sister party CSU, roared back to power with 28.5% of the vote, up nearly 5 points since the last election in 2021. But here's the twist. They now are the smallest major party in a fractured parliament. Think of it as a victory lap with a warning label on it. The Social Democrats, who had been in power in a coalition with the Greens and the Liberals, hit a historic low with 16.4%. That's their worst showing ever. Imagine the US Democratic Party losing half of its base overnight. This isn't just a loss, it is a disaster. And the far-right AfD doubled its vote to 20.8%. And with this, they are becoming Germany's second largest party. They dominate the East, where economic frustration and anti-establishment rage fuel their rise. But this isn't just a German problem, however. It is in keeping with far-right movements everywhere. Here in Germany, voters prioritized immigration, inflation, energy costs, and a 2-year recession. The AfD positioned itself as anti-establishment, appealing to those disillusioned with mainstream parties handling those topics. A couple of years ago, it would have been toxic to many voters to opt for them due to similarities with policies and rhetorics of the Third Reich, with mainstream parties building a so-called firewall to not cooperate with them. But the AfD broke that firewall, in Germany we call it Brandmauer, by gaining international endorsements, for example Elon Musk, J.D. Vance, and also by mainstream parties like the CDU when they adopted stricter asylum policies, indirectly validating AfD positions. But here's another twist. The far-left party rebounded to 8.8%, exploiting anti-war sentiment and economic discontent. Together with the AfD, they are reshaping Germany's political map, and both parties have, interestingly enough, one thing in common: skepticism of NATO and support for Russia. Sound familiar? So, what next? Friedrich Merz, leader of the Conservative Party CDU, needs partners to govern. But the math is quite brutal. The Greens are too weak, and the FDP, the Liberals, not even in parliament anymore. The AfD is still toxic. It will likely be a coalition between the CDU-CSU and the SPD, with the latter being the junior partner. But the question will be, how strong can they be against the influence of the AfD? So, stability? Not really in this playbook. A Merz-led Germany might push harder for EU sovereignty against the US, but also faces pressure from the AfD to cut support for Ukraine. Imagine a Germany torn between pro-Russian populists and pro-EU pragmatists. The stakes for Kiev couldn't be higher. Merz has already clashed with Trump over election interference. If he leans into EU-first policies, expect fireworks from Washington. now that we are in the aftermath of a very stressful, very gritty, and very intense election, how does it all feel over here? Well, it has left many torn. There is a slight relief that the AfD didn't hit the prognosed 25%, but there is horror at the sort of normalization of extreme positions. This schizophrenia is the most insidious threat. The exhaustion that has taken place isn't peace. It's the echo of global chaos in local politics. Traditional parties seems like actors who've forgotten their lines. They are lost, they are speechless, they are, well, becoming a little bit irrelevant. And the voice of democracy itself is hoarse. And it sounds like Lady Macbeth's warning. What's done cannot be undone. But what's next? What's still in our hands? Complacency now would be like celebrating a small flame while the house next door is already on fire. So basically, the storm hasn't passed. It's just the calm before. Thank you for listening. Please share your thoughts and subscribe. Till next time, all the best from over here to you over there. Thank you. Bye.